All right, let's get this party started, shall we? Oh, mic's falling. Hold on. Hold the party. I gotta lock it in. There we go. I keep this microphone. I use two microphones, and I keep this one like way up in the air so it's not blocking my monitors normally. And had to fix it, so it gets a little loosey goosey when I try to bring it down. But we're live with Thursday Night Lights, the first of many streams this weekend. Nothing tomorrow. It's my mom's birthday tomorrow, so I will be home between basically right after this stream or in the morning ish, but there's a sleep in between that, a lot of time, and then I'm back for the $50,000 future play land qualifiers on Saturday. So all that to say, we're doing a lot of streaming, and I would find some reason probably to be live tomorrow, but gotta be home for the celebration. So we are doing show matches tonight, land qualifiers on Saturday, and then Sunday's the CRL Open qualifier, and then Tuesday's collegiate exclusive, and then next Thursday is probably more show matches, and then the next Saturday is the $50,000 land qualifiers. We're streaming a lot of Collegiate Rocket League this month and into next month too, because then after that CRL starts, and then we've got opens on Saturdays and league play on Sundays. So we're just gonna keep it going as long as we can stomach streaming 4 days a week, working 40 hours a week, and whatever else I do in my life. We're gonna keep enjoying Collegiate Rocket League. We ball for CRL. Seb was on point with that. Yeah, no AUG tonight. The first matchup is Cumberland Black versus Akron Gold. This is the Cumberland Black team that is basically two solid top 48, top 40 team players in Gad and Zora that have combined forces with Vade, who is a peak, I think 2,200 that got recruited to join Cumberland. So pretty good team, and I had them ranked. It's not going to show up on my overlay because the names are too long, but where did I put them actually? Now that I can't even remember, but these are solid like top 40 teams. I've got them, and tonight's going to help me figure out where I kind of want to place everybody within the top 40. So Akron Gold, I put at number 41, and then Cumberland Black I got at 39, Olivet at 37, and Ball State 31. But these are all kind of unproven teams that we're watching tonight, because everybody here is a fresh roster, pretty much. Every team playing tonight replaced at least 2/3 of their lineup. So everybody's kind of starting fresh this fall. They got a lot of proving to do, and the results that they got on their previous teams last year can only get you so far. So you got to start winning at some point. And I think everybody here got some decent wins, decent runs in the open qual on Sunday, but you need more. You got to stay consistent with Collegiate Rocket League. Put your repping points where your mouth is. We got a prediction started, so go gamble away. This is safe gambling. This is Bepic point gambling. Although when the apocalypse happens, I'm still pushing for Bepic points to be the currency that everybody adopts once the US dollar falls. So just gamble wisely with that in mind. The Bepic prediction for Akron Gold and Cumberland Black. Genuinely, both these teams are way too volatile for me to have any sort of prediction. Like, if it was required of me, I would predict. Or if I felt confident that I had an answer, I would predict. But honestly, I see both of these two teams as squads with pretty high ceilings, pretty low floors. So I'm not gonna predict. All that to be said. Shout out Marsha with the Prime sub. I changed my mind. I got Akron Gold 5-0 tonight. They get an extra game because Marsha just subscribed with Prime. Appreciate it, my man. You got Cumberland Black 4-1 Oasis. You don't trust Zora, so you wouldn't be surprised if the other way around. Yeah, you know, it's not that I don't trust Zora. It's just I don't trust, honestly, any of these 6 guys to be on their A game. Like, but at the same time, I trust them all equally to be on their A game, if that makes sense. Like, they could all be playing great tonight, or they could all be playing poorly. And that's kind of where I think these two teams are, especially given the fact that literally no one at Cumberland Black was at Cumberland last semester, and 2/3 of this Akron squad weren't at Akron last semester. So 5 of the 6 players in this lobby are with new schools. So I have no idea what to expect. If I was a better streamer, I would have pulled up the CRL Open Qual 1 to see how these guys did. And I could like compare that on stream, but instead I do what I always do with Collegiate Rocket League stuff and just went off the dome. Let's see. I'm pulling it up now. Is this a Gnosis Revenge series? Oh, that's a good point. I like that narrative. Yeah, I mean Gnosis versus Cumberland, where he was previously. So there you go. There's another angle that we take into this show match. But let's see. Akron Gold and CRL Quals. They lose to Indiana Tech Black in a best of 3. Fair enough. Like, that's a team I would definitely have ranked above them. And then they go out in 3 games against Michigan State. Literally a normal qualifier for Akron Gold. They don't move up, they don't move down. And that's the way it goes. Cumberland Black lost. Oh, that is true. Oh, I forgot about that. Cumberland Black did lose to DJ TJ. Man, that is a retired DJ TJ, by the way. In 2026, they're going down to DJ TJ. It's no good. So I suppose this is a revenge match for Cumberland Black. They gotta get back. They gotta redeem themselves. Also, Cumberland Black is too long, so we're gonna shorten them to CU Black. You lost both in both game 3 overtime. Really, Marsha? Man, you got to start like refuting when the other team reports the series wrong. Because when I look at the bracket, I just see Indiana Tech Black 2-0'd you guys. They don't get any of the context. I get that it's a long bracket, but I wish we had accurate results. Also, Marsha, the lobby is up. I don't know, since you're new to my server, I pinged you in the Bepic server with lobby info if you guys are popping in. Oh, and the Gads family has arrived too. There's a staple of my stream. The Gad family popping in to cheer Gad on, his new team. And they're all here too. Okay. Knows this isn't a game? Okay. Also, I'm making sure my game's not bugged real quick. That's what I'm typing. Well, hopefully Gnosis wins his game. And comes into the show match looking good. But let me see if I can find the the Cumberland Black run. So I know they would have been... Actually, they would have been in the same pool, I think. Because didn't... No, I'm wrong. But yeah, Cumberland Black did not have a great first qualifier. Cumberland Maroon didn't either. Which, first qual, early on, 2 teams that have a high ceiling, low floor, in my opinion. So we'll forgive them as long as they recover for Open Qual 2 and then into the next open. But everyone's in the lobby now, so we're about to get started. Let's get the green screen. Man, my I've got a Stream Deck, and the buttons stop working like once a week. Not a fan. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it manually here in just a second. But everyone's ready, so we'll be popping into the first match of the night here. And Sleeper, if you are still in chat, I think you said that you'd be down to join me in that final slot. So the invitation is open. This was kind of a last second show match slate, if I'm being honest, because I originally probably wasn't going to have any show matches this week. Have been so busy. Work has been very crazy this week. Hold on, Oxy. let me intro the series, man, before you start clipping on everybody. But we busy week, busy weekend as well. But Yeti from Ball State Black, who is playing in the next show match slot. Oh, Sleeper's a fan tonight? Okay. Never mind then. Well, regardless, these were late show matches. I normally have casters for these. But Yeti reached out, I think this was on Monday, and he's like, you got any slots open? So I was like, let me see what I can do. Because Akron Gold and Cumberland Black wanted a grudge match. They said we were setting this up, I think, during Collegiate Exclusive, like a week and a half ago now. Maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't even remember. But they wanted a show match. And so it's like, I think I can put something together on short notice. And literally everyone that I contacted, all 4 teams playing tonight, they were like, yes, we will take either time slot that you have open. We just want reps. We want to play. We want to get practice in as a team. So I always bring that up on stream when teams are easy to schedule and really want to play, because I think it shows a lot about their mentality during the CRL season, because we exist in a CRL ecosystem that is full of players and teams. I shouldn't say full. It has too many players and teams that aren't locked in on a week-to-week basis and aren't taking the grind that you kind of have to go on seriously if you want to survive in Collegiate Rocket League. And so I think it's really important when teams really want to play in a show match, especially a best of 7 show match. This is effectively a stream on, or a scrim on stream. I mean, and so these guys they want it. They want the reps. They want to show off what they can do on stream, because some teams don't want to stream themselves in practice for a variety of reasons. But everyone here tonight locked in. They're ready. So let's see what they got. I mean, Oxy almost came out with a clanger in the first 10 seconds. Took the ball in his own half and almost scored a banger of a double tap. But since then, no real goal scoring opportunities. The defenses have been rather locked in, which is a good thing. I think especially for Akron Gold, because with this new look team, I mean, I know Oxy and Gnosis are very talented on the ball in offense. But defensively, I don't know what this Zips roster is going to be capable of. So that's kind of what I'm watching on the Akron Gold side, if I'm being honest. Marcia too. I've watched Akron Gold play one game during one of the brackets that I was streaming last week, and they looked decent, but still have a lot of figuring out to do when it comes to rotations and all that jazz. You've been RRing. What's RRing, Oasis? Am I being dumb? But you've been keeping up with Zora and their scrim demons. Hey, I mean, ranked demons and scrim demons. That's where the success starts from. This team is 2 Unks plus Vade, coached by an Unk. Replay review. Okay, thank you. Are those demos public? So I always love getting to watch replays. But since Rocket League, a game I love for the record, absolutely nuked ball chasing, doesn't allow auto upload, not ball chasing, Bacchus mod, which in turn nuked ball chasing for me. I don't get to demo review as much as I used to. But with CRL starting, I know Reed is very good about collecting replays for CRL and Wikipedia, so we'll get back to it. Yeah, no, we almost had a goal in the first 10 seconds, but since then, honestly, really nothing. The goal lines have been stacked. No one is really getting too deep into enemy territory, despite some awkward double commits like that, now leading to a scary moment for Marsha, but Vade wasn't in the area fast enough, and bumping Gad. A little weird in game one, but it's weird in the sense where no one's scoring. Not weird in the sense that we're getting 9 goals and a 2-minute overtime. Oh, Vade got that extra touch and almost won it. This is maybe looking a little dangerous for Akron Gold, but no one's going to be able to get to this. Although Gnosis keeps it up. It's a show match after all. Okay, overtime. Overtime in game one. We'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, they're feeling out for sure right here. I mean, I know both these teams want to win this game. Like, I don't get a ton of show matches where both teams are, like, they schedule it themselves, pretty much. Where they're like, yeah, I want to play this other team. Please, what time do you have show match slots open? But, I mean, I think Marsha and Zora were talking some smack to each other in my Twitch chat the other day. And so that's where this came from, with the added bonus of Gnosis playing his old school. And Cumberland Black will take game one just like that. Snatching a cheeky passing play away from Gnosis here. Zora and Vade together. Got Oxy jumping early, and yeah, he kind of had to. Had a net to defend and a passing option to defend. Went early to try and make the most of it, and couldn't get the job done. So the Phoenix will strike first. And that's got to feel good. Being outshot as well. Let's get the notes out. A 1-0 gritty overtime win, which I'll be honest, it was not what I was expecting from this series, but it's only game one. We'll see if the offensive opportunities get turned up a little bit going forward, because this is a mechie lobby. Can be a mechie lobby. Although Cumberland C, I want to see how mechie Vade is, honestly. I know he's a high-ranked player, so he's got it in him, but I'm interested to see if he will be the top option on the ball for Cumberland C, because all in all, they weren't creating a lot of chances for themselves, and not just shots either. They weren't doing a lot in terms of the time that they got in the offensive half. Ethical gameplay, yeah, I like that. Very ethical. Just pretty chill. You know, taking your 50-50s, scoring your kickoff goals. If you got a chance to pass, you pass. And so far, the Unks are the most ethical. That's what I'm learning. Oxy almost did something real unethical. I'm waiting for that to pop up again, but he's one of those players that you get those the 1 or 2 pop-off game from him where he's really finding a lot of output in a series, and then outside of that, he's just kind of going through the motions. So we still need our Oxy game, but the benefit of this being a best of 7 for Cumberland, I guess for Akron Gold as well, the benefit for Cumberland is that an Oxy game is going to be enough to influence the series. And the good news for Akron Gold is it might be enough time for Oxy to maybe have 2 games where he takes over the lobby. But we shall see. We're learning. We're learning this week, honestly. That's what this week and last week for CRL is. A lot of learning. I gotta say, the team uniforms that Cumberland are rocking right now, I'm a big fan. Big fan. Although Zora, actually not a uniform. Look, Gad and Vader are matching. But Zora, big dog. Did you not get the uniform memo? I've seen a lot of players rocking that decal. Is that a new decal that is joining the meta? I'm not up on my my meta decals anymore. Just a product of not really keeping up with the RLCS these days. Sky blue affluenter glaze needs to be ended. Oh my god, that is a mouthful. Sky blue affluenter glaze. Predictions are on a series to series basis, Sasquatch. Otherwise I'd have to start paying Albedo for the amount of work that he's doing. So if you gambled based on who you thought would win game 1, then you're in for the long haul. You better hope that Cumberland Black wins if you want your money. Oh my god, I didn't know this was such a such a controversial decal. That's funny. Well, I learned something new. I've never been a real Rocket League fashionista, I'll be honest. Space Captain made me an Octane decal like 2.5 years ago now, and I haven't deviated from that since. And then before that, I had my 1 to 2 Fennec decals, and that would be that. Oh, all right, Oxy. Looking to get us going again, but Akron Gold have still yet to score now. And I know this is a squad that's feeling confident. Marsha is very vocal in my Twitch chat, and we've been chatting in DMs as well in preparation for this show match. Marsha's pretty confident about what this team can be. But I'm still waiting for it to come together. Oh, Vade. Behind enemy lines. I'm digging that that mentality. Looking to always make impacts on the field. And they're on the ball. Makes it happen. Good defense from the Zips, though. They're able to get that situation under wraps fairly quickly. Gnosis. Oh, you wanted that. Thought better of the 50-50 coming off the ceiling, and that's probably the smart call, because now he's set up for a big flick to tie us up. Akron Gold will get on the board, and they get the low 5 too, just for the record. Got the low 5 at the end of that play, so, you know, basically scored 2 goals right there. But nice pitch and catch. Set up well, Gnosis catches, and sends it into the hearts of Cumberland Black here. Oxy does pop off under pressure. That's why he's one of the biggest reasons why I think that Akron Gold team was so good on LAN, because Oxy could still pop off on LAN. He didn't take, you know, the conversation we just had where it's like Oxy has these pop-off games in series, and you know, a lot of our season is online, but when we get to LAN, Oxy still has those games. He kept his game fairly consistent on LAN, and then Jonathan always elevated on LAN. That dude took pressure and turned it into effective adrenaline. And then Melio, I think, is the coolest cucumber we've got in CRL. So that Akron Gold team, that Oxy, Melio, Jonathan squad, like, I'm gonna miss that team. that was a LAN squad for the ages. But hey, new blood in CRL is what we like. And this new look Akron Gold team might be stealing away this second game. Although I say stealing away, I don't think necessarily Cumberland Black has been in full control at all in this game. It's been pretty even again. But 30 seconds left. With 2 in a row from the Zips in the last minute. They're in a pretty good spot. Gad can get it back, and that's a nice shot. Gad from the far side somehow got this ball tucked in that far side post. Had Marsha and Oxy both jumping for it, and I can't believe they committed so hard to that post there. Had the whole net to defend, but great shot from Gad regardless. That's not an easy ball to put on frame. Now Cumberland Black might be taking this game right back. Oh, but Gad dives in. Vade will be back on time and doesn't get faked. Awkward stop and start situation there for Cumberland Black, but overtime looking likely again. Gad is up, but sends the ball into the dirt, so OT for the second straight game. You know what? I am okay with that. Akron Gold are going to be kicking themselves if they don't end up pulling this overtime away. So, let's see how they come into the fight. If they're playing timid, or if they keep rocking and rolling like they have been. It's a big beat. Marsh's alone in defense again. But Gnosis beats Gad, and now Oxy tracks down Zora. It makes a good read, and he and Gad, because they were rotating back at the same time, We're able to push that ball to safety on the side, though. Still not out of the woods yet. Phoenix in a rough spot. But Akron Gold, well, spaced out for a second. Gnosis tracked that play nicely. And now, with a reset in hand, he puts the ball mid. But I didn't see who that was that committed with him. Abandoned the infield third. Decided to play into the corner and thwarts Akron Gold out of a potential game-winning goal. Now Gnosis up again. Looking for a dunk, but Vade won't give it to him. I'm liking what Vade's doing. His challenge game's very savvy. He's not playing into the hands of his opponent. He's making sure to play the ball around him in favor of setting up for the later play instead of just trying to power through himself. That makes sense. Nice cut. Good fault 50-50 from Zora, and Gad's quick reaction might give the Phoenix possession, but Oxy actually out of chasing Zora made Gad stretch for a save. That play came out of nowhere, and now we're starting to cook in the offensive side of things. But Marshall gets caught out, and Cumberland Black again win in overtime. Gnosis puts that mid, and, well, I think he was looking for Marsha. Marsha was playing defense, and that's one of those plays where you don't really know whose fault it is, but, you know, as a team, you got to take that one on the chin. That is, that's a rough play for Akron Gold to be losing a game off of, especially a game that they were leading with 30 seconds left. So we'll see how they hold together, but this is sort of a mental test. Like, okay, we lost in a frustrating manner, but you know, it's a best of 7. And honestly, if you are going to make runs in CRL quals, then you lose a frustrating game, can't let it get to you for more than like the 15 seconds after the game ends, you know? But great resilience from Cumberland C. You're really seeing the old man presence on this team. Because Gad and Zora, they're not doing anything spectacular on the ball, but I love how they're both facilitating the field. Being like that Gad play. Hold on, some were deemed to hydrate, so. That Gad play, though, where Zora beat the first man up for Akron Gold and then won the next 50-50, but was sent into Akron Gold territory by going high on the 50-50. But Gad was in the midfield, had no boost, but still made a play on the ball. Just like that little annoying toe ball moment. Set up possession for Cumberland. They didn't win off the back of it, but it's those sorts of moments that will get you the extra opportunity that lacking mechanics relative to other top 32 teams might take away from you, I should say. But you can see the identity of Cumberland Black. Still prone to being bested by Oxy here, though. Who Zora and Gad should be very familiar with. And Oxy makes him look silly, but Zora being the last line of defense there is not given an easy task. Yeah, neither of these squads are are new to best of 7s. Very true. A lot of experience on both these sides. Great box out there from Vade. Oh, but Marsha with a double kill. Passes over to Gnosis, who goes backboard. Can't hit the double, but sets up Marsha with a triple. Yes, sir. This is clean. Great pass from Marsha. Had the field vision. And with that sort of setup, you expect a guy like Gnosis to either be able to score that or set up the next man for either a good 50-50 out in front or... No, there's no war. Those are the two options. That's fantastic. So, Akron Gold went from not scoring until very, very late in the last game. That popping off quite early on. So, upgrades for the Zips. And I think we get a good idea as to how they're feeling about losing a game where they probably shouldn't have lost. So, glad to see it. Glad to see it. I mean, you really shouldn't be getting any sort of frustrated or tilted or anything like that in a show match, but there are extra emotions in this one. So, it's worth bringing up and looking at. But I'd say that them getting right back up on the horse and playing the next game like normal is to be exactly expected. Oh. Now everyone's starting to get a little into the chess match. Another giveaway, though. That's another bad one from Akron Gold. They're not being intentional with a lot of their touches, or maybe too intentional. Like Oxy, just like Gnosis was at the end of the last game, is trying to pass that to a teammate, but when you put the ball in the middle of the field, your teammate had better be there already, or you should not be putting the ball in the middle of the field, you know? So good punish, and another potential punish incoming. Pop out, Gad sets up Zora. And Akron Gold give up 2 in a row off of another defensive mistake. Gnosis just whiffs right there. And these are the sorts of moments that you can't afford at this level, because squads like Cumberland Black will punish you. And this is a team that I've got in like the 40s range. I think I have them at 39 in my my Bepic top 48. And for the record, the rankings that I set everybody up here. So I did my top 25 for the Sheep Collegiate power rankings that'll be coming out on Friday. And then I just kind of like eyeballed based on kind of CRL results, but not as detailed as I normally go with my top 48, which is why I didn't post it, because when I do a top 48, I really like to have evidence for every team. I think for anyone that it's for obvious reasons, for anyone that follows power rankings on Twitter. But I think I like where these guys are at. Top 40 for sure, but haven't done enough elsewhere to be a top 32 team. Like I think Ball State Black is. And same situation for Olivet. Gnosis is going for right there. Quick off the sidewall. Look for speed to see if he can catch out Cumberland Black, who have been prone to crumbling a little bit. That's nice defense. Marsha just escaped the grasp of Gad right there. But a great 50-50. Oxy has to get creative off the backboard. And this is exhausting a lot of boost reserves for Akron Gold. And that allows Vade a really impressive double beat off the backboard. Gad cleans the play up, but this was all Vade. Great extra touch, and it's light as well. Gets him back for the dish. Oh, Vade's showing things off. Right day, you can see the squad between 23 and 32. Well, I mean, right day, you can see just about anybody in the top 48 in the top 25. But too many good teams. And Cumberland Black can't be losing to UGA in a best of 3 if they want to be in the top 32 right now. So they're starting a little ways down, but it's a long, long season. See if they can hold this lead. Akron Gold couldn't hold theirs last game. Cumberland Black in the final minute. See if they stay solid in defense. So far, so good. Marcia getting up is a little ambitious. But Akron Gold still have opportunities, though, taken away by Vade, and he's doing it again. Vade just beat 2 again in the corner. This time around, no one was there for the tap in, but regardless, Vade's turning on right now. That's what I was hoping to see out of this guy. On the C team, but he has got a lot of potential. And on a C team as well, that is still very much top 48. This is there and ends up boxing out what was the last man, I think, for Akron Gold. And so the Zips start off their back line if they are going to score on 0 seconds. Gnosis. Little pop to the backboard. Gad tries to end things and won't. Oxy catches up to the ball, bumps Vade, who gets extra contact, but still, that's not enough for Cumberland to clear the goal line. Akron Gold scores on 0 seconds. Oh, man. If Gad lets that drop without hitting it, just plays the 50-50, it might be over. But regardless of all the chaos happening right there, you can't fault anybody for making any sort of move out in front of your nets. Akron Gold, what a 0-second stand. Caused enough chaos to put the ball in and get us to our third straight overtime. Not a whole lot of boost for Gad or Vade here. So we're just going to play low 50 simulator until Gnosis takes Gad off the ball. And I don't know where he got that reset, but uses it to escape the grass with the next man up and actually scores the game winner with it. Oh my, Gnosis. I couldn't tell if he just delayed that flip or what, but it looked like it came out of nowhere and then just outdid Vade on the goal line. And with how good Vade's been looking this game, that's a big time win for Gnosis there. Huge step up moment for him. And that gives Akron Gold game 3. Wow. 3 straight overtimes. Akron Gold lose the first 2, but they don't let that fact phase them. And out shooting Cumberland Black there as well. Gnosis had 6, 2 goals, 2 assists. Does Akron Gold just now have multiple guys that'll pop off in at least a game a series? Is that what we're kind of looking at here? Because Gnosis and Oxy I view as pretty similar players in that regard. Oxy definitely more seasoned, but if Gnosis is going to have games like this going forward, he can keep that relatively consistent, where he has his big time game, where everything's just kind of flowing. He's got to read on the defense before they adjust. Then Akron Gold's going to be one of those really annoying teams to play against. Thank you, Jude. Gnosis is guaranteed a game of series. That was kind of the vibe that I got when he was on Cumberland Academy. But I never really got to watch enough of him to know that for certain. I just saw him in SCL matches, which is not competition that is regularly top 40. At least he was playing in tier 2, I should say. So I think he was in tier 2 at least. The top of the SCL, absolutely top 32 and top 48, but now Gnosis is really cutting his teeth against the very top. And here he goes again, keeping the ball close. But we're just fighting over the ball right now. Good back and forth to start a game 4 that I'm curious to see if Akron can keep building on, because Cumberland Black, I mean, they certainly haven't slowed down themselves. That game loss shouldn't phase them at all. Very much in this game, and it looks like they are keeping up with the same sort of game plan. It's Akron Gold, I mean, they did just steal that game from the grasp of Cumberland Black. But this is turning into the series that I hoped it would be. Especially with the stars popping off. Gnosis again gets the reset there and then scoops it over Zora. That is so quick. Dude. He's not just popping off in the one game. It is bleeding over into game 4. That's juicy. Placements will be double elimination this season, Oasis. Which, while we're talking about it, if anybody is in the chat that's looking for some more places to play this semester, the Southeastern Esports League and the Northeastern Esports League are registration's closing, I think, in the next week. So do make sure you enter. So it's free entry for not free entry. It's 850 for unlimited Valorant, Rocket League, and League of Legends teams. So if you want a good regional league to play in, land for the top squads, get a bid to CECC as well, then I highly recommend you checking that out. A nice 50-50 GAD. May look like a 70-30 there. But yeah, placements for the SEL are double elim. So we're upgrading. Everybody's feeling it now. That was a great stuff in by GAD. The UTD show match next? Okay. You know, I just had a couple other top 48 teams DM me about getting in for show matches. Great again. Set up by Gnosis, but that's a brick wall defense from Cumberland Black. Dude. We're balling now. Oxy went for the ground double. Now it's Marsh's turn. Marsh, what you got for us? Dish in. No boost. Can't take my eyes off the gameplay. I'd try to do a Twitch chat, but... Oh, good save from Oxy. Using the crossbar to get it out. A good block as well by Gnosis, but that might actually bring an opportunity to Cumberland Black's footstep. Or, yeah, feet. Clean shots. Oxy finds a demo on Azora, and Gnosis finishes it. Gnosis has 100% goal participation in this game and the previous. And beat Vade over the top, too. Akron Gold are cooking. What's up, Virus? The series is banging right now. We've had 3 straight overtimes, and everybody's locked in, scoring bangers. This is like peak top 48 team matchup right here. And not peak in the sense that it's similar to a lot of other show matches in this ranking range that we've had before, where it's just kind of par for the course, where weird stuff's happening. This is just a good series. We've had mistakes for sure, but everybody's making highlights. It's a good setup. Moxie's still with it though. Let Gnosis join the party for a second. The party's over now. We'll play some defense. Wake up in the morning. We have seen this situation already. Akron Gold up in the final 30. Let it slip last time, but they can exercise some demons here. Maybe find an insurance goal, maybe avoid overtime for the first time in this series. Corner play for Vade. Sets it up off the backboard, and Zora's up. Forced a double commit out of the defense, too. Quick shot. No, pass to Zora. Pushes it through, but there's no boost for the Phoenix. They can't catch back up to the play, and so it dies from there, though. Oxy's got nothing in the tank himself, so Cumberland can take it away. Gad's got good speed. Marsha makes contact, finds Gnosis, and Vade gets team bumped. Eyes caught, looking at the ball and not your teammates. Akron Gold do avoid overtime this time around, and have won 2 straight. That time got outshot by Cumberland C. A lot of opportunities for the Phoenix, but Akron Gold really held together nicely there. And they were the ones, I think, with the most defensive mistakes so far in this series. The double commits, the awkward passes center, but they're overcoming it right now. And now Gnosis has had, I think, a game and a half of popping off. That second half, he wasn't popping off per se. Didn't need to, for the record. His second goal was set up well by an Oxy demo. But still, gave his team a good game and a half of being the best player in the lobby. And now we got an even keeled series. But watching, I don't know if you guys saw the play in the background there again. That double stuff at crossbar level from Cumberland Black was such nice defense. Sorry, black screen. Get to switch over real fast. What's up, Reach? Cheering for the boys tonight? Yeah, Ball State Black versus Olivet. Next up on stream for those that haven't seen the schedule. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Big Ball State fan over here. How's the Valorant season going? Are you starting as early as we are over here? I know the Valorant collegiate scene is a lot different from the Rocket League scene. All right, that was fast. Everybody got in real quick. God tryouts tonight. There we go. Although I know the Ball State's Rocket League tryouts were this week too, weren't they? Do you guys know if anything changed? So I remember that being a post I saw where the Rocket League tryouts were after the first qualifier before the second one. You already got him set? Okay. I figured that was the case. I mean, that makes sense. BK is very on top of things with just in general, but with Rocket League. I figured that would be the starting lineup, but it was only if you found a literal Zen walk-on. Yeah, that makes sense. Oxy, ground double. Zora knew exactly what was coming right there. Did not bite for a second on Oxy potentially getting underneath that ball. Nice flick. All right, might be Oxy's game now. Cumberland Black better be careful. Oh, all right. Well, missed that ball. Never mind. Oxy game is over. Oxy era lasted 15 seconds. Maybe it's still Gnosis's time. Well, giveaway there, but Oxy will recover. Akron goal is still looking solid defensively. Or they'll retreat for a moment, and very quickly pick it back up and at the very least make that Cumberland backline defense work. Oh, that's clean again from Vade. Kind of a corner menace. That's the third or fourth time tonight where he has absolutely pieced apart the corner defense of Akron Gold. Does anyone know if Vade is a true freshman? Like, is he 18, fresh into the Cumberland program? Because if so, what a pickup. Oh, speaking of pickups. It's nice from Oxy. He's turning in an open net. Cumberland overcommit just a tad. It's a nice punish. He's not. Went to Lawrence Tech. Okay. Man, what is up with Lawrence Tech putting out like random stars? Their recruiting game is on point, except it's only on point for like one or two people because they're never competitive in CRL. But I think like one of Kasai or Leo, I think it was Kasai, came from Lawrence Tech, and then now Vade has as well. Like, kind of wild. Like, look at that, man. That is crazy. Vade's turn to take over the lobby. Picked that ball up, sent it off the backboard just to reset the shot, and dished it in like it was nothing. He's a sophomore? Okay, I mean, still though, like, great recruit for Lawrence Tech. They gotta be feeling like a group of five school where it's like you get one good season out of your superstar player, and then the big SEC and Big Ten schools, which, I mean, Cumberland basically is like an SEC program of esports. They just swoop in, take the superstar away. Oh, now Vade again. I was waiting just based on the way he was playing to see if he could do something crazy from that position, but had no boost, and the defense were not playing with their eyes closed, so. The lead maintained for the Phoenix. Maybe extended? No. Zora will have that ball intercepted before he's able to put it on target. Decent block from Gnosis. See, again, jumping a little bit early. These are the sort of defensive moments that worry me about Akron Gold. They're recovering, making decent reads, but just get up so early on the ball. Does Cumberland have 3 solid rosters and Memphis had a GC2 average? Does Memphis even have a legit esports program? You know, I'm not the most well-versed guy when it comes to information on either the city or the school of Memphis. Club still? Honestly, for Memphis, being a club program, averaging GC2 is pretty good. You trying to help? They're not interested? Ah, well. Reach, yeah, Gnosis was at Cumberland last year. He was on the academy roster. So this is a Gnosis against his former school series, which maybe is why he's popping off so hard. Need some more, though. We're in the final 10. This game has kind of slipped away. I've been yapping while Cumberland Black off the back of a really impressive performance from Vade. Just quietly grabbed a lead and maybe a win, unless Oxy can do something crazy here. It's over. Zora! Not again! Oh, Cumberland, you can't be giving up multiple 0-second goals in a series. Zora got dusted by Oxy right there. It was not ready for him. And so we get another overtime. That's 4 for 5 on overtimes in this series. And Akron Gold can take a series lead off the back of potentially a stolen game. And Gnosis can do it here. Vade, perfect play positioning for that 50-50. His teammate was side on, and he knew exactly where that ball was going. Love the cohesion. Corners have been a weakness for Akron Gold, but won't be exploited here. Got 2 guys in the area. Gnosis flipping the field. Now Gad's been caught. The third man of Cumberland playing a little aggressive in this series. Bit him on that 0-second play, but there Akron Gold won't find a way to skip the ball through 2. Nice shot. Oh, that's just it. Vade with the Hattie, shooting 33% and putting up, I think, 900 points right there. 800 points. We'll make sure that 0-second goal doesn't lead to anything too scary for Cumberland. They get the game. They get the job done. That's what matters. Man, what a game from Vade. We have had absolute takeover games in this series. From the 3 guys that you would expect as well. Like Gnosis, Oxy, and Vade. All highly touted, very skilled players on the ball. And they've all shown it. In different ways, too. Oxy with his speed, Gnosis with his craftiness and creativity, with flip resets, the extra touches on the ball, and then Vade with his ability to, in tight quarters, beat the defenders that are in front of him. I've been really impressed by that. So that is match point off the back of 3 overtime wins for Cumberland. 2 of them were 3-2s, and then we opened up with that 0-0 overtime that Cumberland sealed the deal on. You miss Comp Rocket League Reach? Dude. Come back to the light side. Not the dark side of competitive Valorant. He's not allowed. I don't know yet. I don't know if you've ever seen Prime Reach. That was a sight to behold. Alabama high schools would quake in fear when that Fish and Reach duo would take the stage. That Bob Jones team with Fish, Reach, and Hiroki was so dominant that they actually kind of killed the regular high school Rocket League LAN that we had that wasn't the state championship, because it was hosted by the University of North Alabama, and it got so hard for them to recruit teams from other schools and have other schools show up because Bob Jones was so dominant. All the schools were just like, we're not going to win, so we're not going to show up. Which maybe tells you why Bob Jones was so dominant, first of all. But that was just how good Bob Jones was. Oh, me too, Morose. I wish my school had high school esports when I was there. But it just wasn't a prevalent thing. I went to a nerdy math and science high school too, and we still didn't really have esports. That was a post-COVID thing for my high school. But it is what it is. At least I got in on time to be a caster. Hang out with all of you on a regular basis. You started the esports program at a small island high school in Alaska. That has to be tough to get full teams together for. Oh, nice pass. Again, third man of Cumberland's almost caught out. So Cumberland want to play confident and aggressive, but they don't quite have the timing down just yet. It's kind of coming back to bite them, but they're okay for now. Still got match point, and the aggression is paying off occasionally. They have had a couple of good full roster attacks where that third man aggression has resulted in a goal, or at least someone in position to give themselves a decent chance of scoring. Like right here? No. Gotta play back. He's still beaten as the first man up. Nice chip pass. No assist to Marsha. Zora will block. Not letting Marsha have his game. We've gotten the Gnosis, the Oxy, and the Vade show. But I'm waiting for Marsha to take over, and now would be the time for it. Gonna force a game 7. We do have another show match happening in 10 minutes. And normally we get a winner's interview, but if we go all 7 games, I'm not sure we're gonna be able to fit it in, unfortunately. I know Ball State Black and Olivet want to go too late. Nice block from Oxy. Has to do it again here with no boost, but shot is light enough for Gnosis to jump back into action. Yeah, Reach. That's that missed opportunity is definitely a big what if. Unfortunately, eh? But 2 top 4s. 2 top 4s and a championship experience. Pretty solid. That's probably better than any other Bama school will get for a little while. All right, everyone on Akron Gold's got full boost right now. It's the play. Gnosis runs ahead, double reset from Oxy. Marsha's the follow-up man. Well, we get to the ball, and with that Oxy demo, Marsha scores. That's great to see. When a team can make full on an opportunity they get where everyone's got boost, and they've got the ball for free, even on their back line, that's a good sign for a roster. They can put together an offensive chance really fast. Means the comms are flowing, and the ideas are there. Really, really positive play for Akron Gold. And it gets them an important lead, too, to force Game 7. Because the deeper and deeper we get into Game 6 without them scoring, the more pressure they got on them. Good win from Vade, though. And he has been a phenomenal setup guy for Zora, and Gad definitely set him up in that instance, but Oxy made a great read on the goal line, which was stacked, by the way. Zips had tons of numbers and results in a quick counterattack that will be broken up by Gadara. Vade now down to Zora, blocked by Marsha at the point of contact. It's a massive pinch from Gad. Hello. Zora's 50-50 to follow up. It's pretty nice, but can't build anything off of it. Acton Gold are stuffing a Cumberland Black team that are getting all of every touch that they get on the ball right now. They intercept. Gnosis got a toe on the ball, but still there's nothing resembling a golden look for Cumberland at the moment. We're getting slowed down in the Akron Gold half. Now Gnosis can end this game, take us to game 7, and they'll do it without any hassle. No 0-second shenanigans this time around. We're going all 7 games. So, sorry, Ball State Black. Sorry, Olivet. Your series may be delayed by a few minutes. Look at that. No one but Oxy and Gnosis got saves that game for Akron Gold, and no one but Marsha shot the ball on target for the Zips that game. Talk about dividing up the workload. Everyone knew the assignment right there. And I think Akron Gold being on the same page was really represented by that one goal they got. The full 3-man, 3-pronged attack. Marsha, the second man up after Gnosis, takes the ball from the backboard, gets to the midfield, fires it immediately as soon as the call is in that Oxy's going for that demo. And Oxy connecting on the demo. I mean, that was really, really a play that Akron Gold can hang their hat on. Like, look at that and say, that is our identity as a team. You got a guy that can make space for you on the ball in Gnosis, off the ball in Oxy, and you got a play finisher in Marsha. Here we go. Game 7 on Thursday Night Lights, which I think with this being Thursday Night Lights, we will have had Night Lights show matches on every weekday ever. So since the show matches started now 3 years ago, honestly, this is kind of funny, but the 3-year anniversary of Night Lights show matches was actually this week. It was late August of 2023 that we started these show matches. Back when I was still a student at Auburn, those first streams happened at the Auburn University game room in their streaming lab. So look at how far we've come. Had top 15 teams playing last week on stream. Top 40 squads this week. We have come a long ways. A lot of people watching this too, so it's all thanks to all you and everyone along the way. It's really built these show matches up. Great place for teams looking to make a name for themselves in CRL. To make a name for themselves in CRL. Oh, what a save by Gnosis. The follow-up as well. He gets that one with no boost. Really impressive goal line defense from Akron Gold the last game and a half. And what a time for it, too. A game 6 where you're down in the set. And now a game 7 where you could really probably frustrate Cumberland. You have to feel like they have been in advantageous spots over and over again when they can close this series out, but just can't quite get it over the finish line. No skim from Vade right there, but the double commit from Akron Gold will partially waste resources, though Marsha, no. Gnosis still finds a shot on frame. Nothing really doing. And now, and a defense and into the fryer for Cumberland Black right there. I like the idea from Vade. Looking to make something happen on low boost, but what he was trying to make happen was not enough to break through Akron Gold, who have really stepped up defensively. Another opportunity. This one off the crossbar. Oh, Vade will stuff it in. So Cumberland Black do strike first, but the way that things have been going for this Phoenix roster, I was thinking after you hear the gong of failure, maybe Akron Gold get away with another one, but was not to be. The follow-up was there on time, and There was no more voodoo on the orange goal line. Oh, and that's 2. Oh, that's 2. Vade will tap it in. Off the crossbar again. He's just using his resources. Great setup off the kickoff, and looks like the Phoenix will be in a commanding spot going forward. Is this the first multi-goal lead we've had in this series? No, we had a 2-0 earlier. That was taken away, for the record. I forget which game that was. I think it was one of the ones that Cumberland Black won 3-2, but I can't remember. Someone was leading 2-0, and then the other team came back from that deficit to tie it up. From there, there's no telling what happened. I've watched a lot of show matches. It's hard to remember the specifics of a series these days. Oh, team bump. Vade has this intercepted, which he does. That will be a full clear, but Zor can make up for it. Oh, it goes the right way, too. Oxy had no boost. Now Vade, maybe a little bit too savvy. Right there, going for the fake. Attack and goal, we're all in on that ball. Final 100 now. And this Sack and Gold team are starting to need a hero. And they've played plenty of hero ball in this series at times, but that's looking a little tough. Gnosis and Oxy couldn't decide who was going to be the hero in that instance. Oxy grabbed the 100 boost in the corner from Gnosis, but and how close they were turned into a team bump. So no offense for you, I'm afraid. Not until after this next kickoff. Cumberland Black through Vade's play in the corner again. I'm loving his setup work in the corner. Is his name derived from Darth Vader? Do we know that? Because it would make sense. He's kind of an Outer Rim master. For those that follow Star Wars geographical lore. Although Darth Vader in Star Wars lore, sorry to dump this on you, we're up 3 now, but they never really conquered the Outer Rim worlds. He never really went out there unless he was in search of Obi-Wan Kenobi. So when Vade's locked in, he is a master of the Outer Rims, or the corners in the Rocket League pitch, I suppose. I'll workshop that. We're gonna I think we'll have something for the next time we watch Cumberland Black. Here he goes again. This time looking to go right down the throats of Akron Gold to really end this series emphatically. Well, 20 seconds left. This series is over and done with. Let's get something wild right now from Gnosis. Nothing doing. Big time win for Cumberland Black here. I mean, that was pretty resilient from them. Had several games where they were down by multiple goals. Had several games where they were scored on in 0 seconds. I think split those games. They lost one, they won one. And then have match point, go to game 7 anyway, and then close it out in really impressive fashion. I mean, that whole series was 1-goal games until game 7. So impressive from Cumberland Black. I think that was an impressive win from the boys. yeah. Marsha's gonna be fined for half the prize pool he was gonna be earning from this show match. But GG's overall, and we get to roll. I mean, right into the next show match too. I will have to reset the overlay and all that, but we get Ball State Black and Olivet right now. So congrats to everyone that had some well-earned Bepi points in that series. And Oace with a Prime sub. Much love, my dude. And Marsha, oh man, Marsha Prime sub right before that series. And now I feel bad he didn't win. I tried to rig it for you, Marsha. If you Prime sub, I immediately try to rig any show match for you. But unfortunately, we can't do any interviews, I'm afraid. We gotta jump straight into the next show match. So I'm gonna set that up. If you want to ask Zora questions, maybe he'll jump in a chat and And you can ask him questions there, and he'll answer. Olivet's brothers in chat? That's what I'm talking about. Of course, Gad fam. Hey, thanks for showing up as always. You guys are absolute legends. All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna turn the music up a little bit. We're gonna vibe while I get the lobby info out. Have a good night, Gad fam. Hey, Zora, of course. Everyone was calling for the Zora interview, so you may have to answer some questions in Twitch chat, but we'll get you on stream at some point for sure. That was just too good a series. Too many overtimes, too many close games. We did not have time for the interview. I love the hard-hitting questions, guys. This is good. This is good. Yeah, you did kind of sell that, but you guys recovered from it well. Was that? I think that was the overtime that you won. Hey, absolutely, Dave. Absolutely. All right, and everyone's already in the lobby, so we really are just jumping straight from showmatch to showmatch. All right, overlay looks good. I gotta update the stream titles, but that'll be while you guys are watching game one here. But we had a banger of a first series, all 7 games, basically played 8 games. Since we had, what, 4 overtimes? 5 overtimes. and this one, we're already started off with a bang. Mr. Fish, 8 seconds in, knows how to score on the Mr. Bepic stream. Dunks in Sialu's face, too. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, man, we got 22K points on Ball State. Someone's either eating good or starving tonight. I'll update the stream titles, which this is kind of a reminder just for myself, but shout out to any viewers watching on YouTube right now. I do stream on YouTube as well, which is a much more reliable source of catching VODs than my Twitch channel is. Because Twitch deletes VODs after like 2 weeks, I think. YouTube, it'll be there forever. So, subscribe there if you're interested. Hey, Bungo and Sabrina watching on YouTube right now. Leafs man too. We got YouTube fans. Oh, okay. I didn't see what caused the double whiff right there, but Yeti turning that in nicely. Okay, wasn't a double whiff. It's a single whiff, and Yeti's demo sets him up off the backboard to tap it in. Ball State Black looking solid. I like the Bepi points gremlin attitude there. You see the massive amount of points put on Ball State Black, immediately go for the underdog. That's the way to do it. So, context on this series. Ball State Black played on the Mr. Bepic stream. Was that 2 weeks ago now? I think it was 2 weeks ago. But they played with Toast, who was their sub, instead of Yeti, who was both working, I think, and sick that night. So just didn't work out for him. And Ball State played okay. They went to Game 7 against Daytona State and ended up losing. But, so Yeti DM'd me this last week, and he's like, hey, I want to get a show match with the full roster in. And Fuge and Olivet have been pining for a show match for a little while now, so I want to see what they're all about, but they're kind of getting smoked at the moment. This Ball State Black team, there's a reason they want to show off on stream what they got. Because so far, it's impressive. But Yeti DM'd me. It's like, get us on. And so, I obliged. And okay, yeah. Look, this is the one team that I've got in the top 32 that is competing tonight. The other four I've got in the 33 through 41 range. I had Akron goal at 41. But Ball State Black, I think, is the best team playing tonight. Just on paper. And they are a fresh roster. So I think their ceiling is a lot higher than where I've got them in 31st at the moment. But I've been saying this a lot about them, because I talk about them a lot. They will take time to develop. And playing show matches like this and being hungry to play show matches like this, it's exactly how you rise up the rankings. You did just beat them in Scrim earlier? Are you talking Ball State or Olivet? Zora, certified scrim merchants. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call them fake info, but I definitely don't base power rankings or predictions off of scrims. Scrim, Ball State. Okay. Well, you must have warmed them up really well, because that's 6. I mean, they have taken command of the skies. It feels like Olivet has not once been set in defense with boost in this game. And it is just game 1. We did have, this was last season of Nightlight show matches. We had a stretch of 5 or 6 episodes where it was enough to not be like a one-off, but a trend, where the team that won game 1 would go on to lose the series, guaranteed. I think actually for a little while it was like one team would win the first 2 games and then lose 4 straight, and it happened a lot. I don't know the reason for that, but it was enough to be like to be more than just, okay, this just happened a few times, it's a coincidence. Once you get a month or 2 playing together, you think you'd be much better? Yeah, I mean, Zora, I think that's a lot of teams right now in CRL. I don't think you're alone there. A lot of teams are starting fresh this semester. The top stayed the same, but a lot of teams in like the 20 through 48 range made changes. And that's another reason why CRL quals should not be this early. That's a conversation that we've talked a lot about on Collegiate Exclusive. CRL quals should not be this early, but I feel like I'm preaching to the choir in saying that in this stream. I don't think you guys are all the ones that need convincing about when the CRL season should be oriented. Swiss and quals? And that would be a lot, would it not? I think maybe we could do 4 more extensive quals, like an extra day of some sort, but Swiss would be a lot. Well, that was a that was kind of a nothing burger of a game. Ball State scored like 4 in the first 90 seconds and never relinquished control. That is a one-sided scoreboard if I've ever seen one. Was this more enjoyable than a bracket? Is it just because teams have more lives? Like, would you rather play Swiss where all oh yeah, he crashed. Okay. Would you rather, let me see how I want to formulate this, because I feel like the biggest drawback of double elim is the best of 3s that you have to play. But with Swiss, I mean, because you're adding the extra life for everybody, it's going to take a lot longer than the current format that we've got. And so you would need more best of threes, essentially, or to make it 2 days. Bracket in the top 32, then Swiss. I mean, that would still take a while. The best teams always make it. Do the best teams not currently always make it? Because I feel like if you're getting like, if for a league play of 16 teams, if you are getting 13 of the 16 best teams, then I think the qualifier has done its job. Because it's 1 day. This qual was not the usual. Yeah. This we're not regarding that. I think if this qual was the usual, you probably get Fisher instead of LCU. And I mean, Ole Miss won straight up. Just for the record, they won straight up. But other than that, I think it was all the best teams. I can't remember the exact seeding of everybody, but it was all the best teams outside of LCU, who probably would have made it if we were on normal ping, and Ole Miss, who actually did pull off upsets. I don't know. I mean, I think the bracket is okay. A 2-day qual is a lot, especially for a weekend, because I don't know. If I was in college, I wouldn't really want to be committing two entire weekends on top of a schedule that usually has you scrimming or playing 3 days a week. 2 days, the opens used to be 2 days. I mean, I don't know what's stopping them, honestly. Hey, Marsha, don't sweat it, my guy. It happens. Also, just bad for West schools. Yeah. I mean, I'd be fine with 2 days of quals, but if I was still a coach for CRL or a player, I don't know if I would want to give up 4 consecutive weekend days to qualify in a series or in a season where you're already on the grind. But that's small potatoes, honestly, in the grand scheme of things. Like, if you want to qualify, you're going to be locked in regardless. Oh, chance for Olivet here. Okay, I think Yeti got that. I thought that was an own save for a second. But, hey, at least they're starting off with possession and pressure. It seems like the Yeti crash and pause has actually helped Olivet. But I'll reserve judgment for when they scored their first goal. No different than RLCS at this point. I mean, yeah. I'm with you. Were the qualifiers 2 days? I don't remember that. When did that change? So I remember the old school CRL days. I used to cast for Auburn. That was like my first exposure into Collegiate Rocket League. Shout out Junior P Cubed one time on the stream. He's the one that got me into casting for Auburn, which in turn led to the SEL. And then the rest is history. So it opens 2 days, like spring of 2024. I don't remember that. I was still at Huntington then. But regardless, we got ourselves a scoreless first 2 minutes. And after the game 1 thrashing that we witnessed, I think that's a pretty good win for Olivet. Still though, got to find a way to put the ball in. We got a little bit of room here, like that from Hezzy. There we go. Starting to feel a little bit juicier. First season of the combined East and West. Okay. Man, I can't remember that far back. I gotta do some like Wikipedia memorization of CRL info. Because it all is getting jumbled. Fuchsia doesn't all a boost here. It's a nice beat. As his extension actually kind of gives that ball up. Olivet, they aren't quite working the field in the way that I would like to see from them. But they are still holding Ball State Black back. And yeah, we like upgrades here. Nice pass from Yeti there. Yeah, his shot clean as well. I would like to get under that a little bit more, but good opportunity. And the follow-up clean as well. Ball State starting to warm back up into this game. Oh, and they will strike first. 8 consecutive now for Ball State Black. Got the bump, and that's a clean shot from Yags. Just tucked it underneath the crossbar. BSU. Keep it rolling. Went on hiatus there temporarily, but they will keep it rolling. Just got to reset there and use it to recover and actually get the ball. The angle we had right there, I couldn't see how Fish got that. And it leads to a goal. I don't know how the ball ended up in Fish's lap right there, but that reset that he got to recover with actually turned into a goal right there. Gave him momentum to play the ball through the corner, and he dimed Yags up. That's kind of payback for 2 weeks ago when Yags was doing a lot of setting Fish up. And now Fish returning the favor, but Yags still a very good facilitator. We'll take this ball from Sialu. Actually, we'll take Sialu's life, and in turn, the ball is taken from Sialu, I should say. And Ball State Black had to play a lot of defense to start this game, but not so much in the last few minutes, though. Food will get one back, finally. And I don't know if it sways the game in Olivet's favor quite yet, but it's a start. Let's kick off. In addition to the start. Oh, bumps Fish too. Oh, Hezzy couldn't get back on top of the ball for the ground double. But still, good kickoff for Olivet. Yags does recover. And we will get up on out of here. Let me stop the goal line. They don't clear over the midfield line, so we'll keep kicking in offense. I'll wait to see if they can do anything with this, because Ball State Black are running out of boost, but they've been clogging any opportunities, any opportunity lanes of Olivet. Great second man touch on the ball. That'll end it. Okay. You know, Olivet looked much improved. The Ball State Black still looked the better team here. And now they're just playing keepy-uppy there in their own defensive corner. All right. Well, I still don't know what to make of Olivet here, because they battled back well in that game, started off nicely, but had a bad stretch of defense against Ball State Black. And right now, I mean, they're kind of just swimming with their arms, playing decent offense, but their back line is really letting them down at the moment. But best of 7. And this is why we play best of 7s on this stream. Because if you take a little bit of time to get into it, I want to give you the opportunity to actually show as a roster and as a team that you can adjust. And Hezzy has adjusted, but I'm not sure that's the adjustment that I was expecting. It's a cute car. Well, if it makes him play better, then it makes him play better. But that is a bright vehicle. I don't know how he's supposed to focus on the ball when you've got rainbow boost. Nice demo. Silu won't dive in here. A little disjointed right there from Olivet. Silu probably could have dived in because he had Hezi at the midfield line rotating out. He would have been able to get to any opportunity, I think. That Ball State Black threw back into the blue half. Had it gotten past Silu. Nice pass. Good shots. Simple as that. Ball State Black continued to operate a really impressive, cohesive attack. Yeah, you know, Reach, I thought they were. On paper, Olivet's a really good team, but unfortunately so far this season, they have not yet shown it. And Ball State Black, I mean, they are piecing them apart. The Fish and Yags show has taken over the last couple of games. Look at this reset from Fish. The setup's perfect. Yags is harassing Fuge. Turns around, taps it in. Ball State Black are looking so good right now. And now you can see they're feeling confident. Going up together, and I mean, fair enough. You're allowed to double commit when you have been head and shoulders above your opponent in the air. Olivet have lost the battle for the skies, and in turn, that has led to a lost battle so far in this series. They're all smiling and laughing in the comms. Yeah, I mean, why shouldn't they? This is turning into one of those show matches where if Ball State Black keep this up, I'm going to have to give them a makeup show match next week, I think. Because they're showing, and I don't feel bad for setting up a matchup like this that I thought was going to be close. Ball State Black are proving me wrong. And now that's how you upgrade your competition in general. You have those good runs in qualifier brackets. You have those great show match performances. I mean, they look really good. Yeah, the house was well seated there, Reach. Another really nice center ball from Fish. This is night and day. Well, it makes sense it's night and day because this team's had 2 weeks to grind as a starting lineup. They were playing with a sub last time. They had never really played as a trio with Toast in the lineup before. But still, Fish and Yags and their chemistry, we got glimpses of that 2 weeks ago. But now we're getting the full package. Yeah, Blue, all of it might be in that boat. I agree. They just need more time. Because they're a fresh roster, too. I mean, these guys have time playing together. I think Hezi and Food played together at Siena Heights last year. But still, it's might take some time for this team to really get things going together. Because on paper, I mean, they are a good team. Just have not had a fast start to the season. Okay, Fuge. Almost had a nice little clip to find a way back in game 3 here with, but nothing doing again. A lot of close opportunities for Olivet, but like I said, swimming with their arms. And everyone's had their moment in the spotlight, too, for Ball State. The facilitator from the corner has set up a lot of plays. Oh, okay. Olivet's got one, at least. I thought for a second they were going to remain cursed in the offensive zone. 3 orange cars right there. Almost keep that ball out. But Yags has been great too. Yags and Yeti, they both have 4-letter Y names, and so I honestly can't remember specific plays from them without confusing it with the others, I think. That's how my brain remembers their performance in this series, unfortunately, because they both look really good. I would love to attribute their own plays to themselves, but names are too similar. Hey, two garbage time goals for Olivet here. Something to move into the next game with, but it is 3-0 Ball State Black at the moment. And every game has been an impressive, controlled game. When they take leads early, and Olivet has to fight back from a significant deficit in the second half of the game. Yeah, and everyone does have 4-letter names on this team. Maybe that's the advantage, you know? You have short names. So, well, the nameplate's just as long. Never mind. I thought I was cooking there for a second, but I was in fact burning the meal. Nice outlet there. As he's ready for it, but it's good defense from Ball State. And now Hezzy, you know, even in the rainbow car, looking juicy on the field. Silu came alive late in that last game. There are bright spots for Olivet in a bit of a dim tunnel this show match. You can see what this team can be at times. There was contact made there from Fuge, but doesn't matter. Still, no escape hatch lifted for Olivet until now as he grabs the ball in the midfield. And as soon as you think you're getting out of dodge, yeah, he snipes your net from that defensive half, rather. Man. Opportunity off the kickoff for Olivet. Silo off the backboard. Won't have anyone behind the play to set up with. And now they're a bit overextended. Yags does miss in the corner. But Olivet gonna throw everything and the kitchen sink with this Ball State Black defense to see what they can make happen. Yes, all right. It seems like that is the case. Got the long, pretty much 8-game first series. And now we're going to get a pretty rapid second. Unless Olivet turns it around. I'm happy to give him some grace. But they got to start scoring soon. Yeti's got another one. Great shot. Yeti and Yags combining here, and just not much of a hand put up. Nice stop there. Forces Fish to play the ball backwards. Can Fuji get on top of this? Yeti outdoes him and baits a double commit in. That's so clean. Great cut from Yeti. Demo found as well. What a possession. Pinch outs. And as he's being interfered with. Ball State's demo game has been really nice. They are timing their kills in offense really, really well. What's up, Arch? We're doing pretty good. Kind of just chilling right now. Got the hard work over and done with in that first series. Had a full game 7 set. Now we're waiting to see if Olivet can get into this one. But CRL season is very much here. Feels good. When does the CWCS or wait, CWCS start up? I saw the announcement for that. Excited to see what comes of it. Oh, yeah, you got the reset here. I can't do anything with it. I get so excited now with that flip reset indicator. What will the player that got to be able to do? We've already seen some crazy moments from it. That fish goal earlier where he got an extra reset and somehow, I didn't see how, but the ball just appeared next to his car and he used the reset to recover faster and set up a goal. Yeah, T-Man, unfortunately, not doing so hot right now. Starts late next month. Okay, nice. Saw the registration was starting, but let's see the start date. That's hype. That's hype. Oh, nice outlet pass here. Got to score on this play if you're Olivet. And Hezi will head right for that orange net and picks the perfect spot to, in bright colors, I might add, put the ball bottom right. Not all sunshine and rainbows for Olivet, but at least that is something to work with here. Silu beats one. Second man, though, recovers nicely. Flick. Intercepted by Hezi. Backboard's a bit open, but Fish is in the area and sends Olivet packing. Something to remember for the upcoming CRL qual. That was an emphatic win for Ball State Black, man. Wow. Did not waste any time getting going in that series. And then once they took control of it, felt like raps. So let's get ourselves a Ball State Black interview, shall we? See if anyone want to jump in the booth with me. We were robbed of a Zora interview earlier, but maybe we'll get a Ball State Black interview. Hey, of course, Zora. I'll see what I can do. The schedule is pretty packed, but I'm trying to get in as many show matches as I can. All right. Yeti's told me to call Fish, so we're gonna ring up the Fish man and see if he wants to give us his thoughts on the series. Fish, you there? You hear me all right?
I am. Yep. You hear me?
Hey, yeah, I hear you loud and clear. Congrats on the win, first of all. Pretty emphatic. Like, you guys had full control of that series. And last time I watched you, obviously no Yeti, played with Toast. How has the development been coming along 2 weeks now into your season?
I mean, it's been crazy. We looked a little rocky. First tournament we played the day after we got here. Looked rocky. Yago wasn't even here yet in Muncie, but we've grown so much in the past 2 weeks. We scrimmed every day. We've all been putting in crazy hours, so it's been a lot.
Hey, it's been showing. And I mean, after a show match like that, I feel like I need to have you guys back on for an improved opponent. Because I mean, I thought it was going to be close, but you guys kind of mollywopped Olivet there. I mean, came out swinging from the start, and it seems like the chemistry is already coming together nicely with you guys. Like, what is it like playing with Yeti and Yags? I saw the start 2 weeks ago when you and Yags were playing together. I saw what we kind of saw fully fleshed out tonight. But how's the chemistry being built?
I mean, it's been great. I mean, even outside of the game, like we have dinner every Friday night. It's great. We're growing chemistry in and outside of the game. I think as a team, though, we just play great. We have, I mean, three very mechanical players who can also play great as like third man and second man,
Hmm.
and we just flow really well together. And I think we have great potential. I mean, you give us a few more weeks, a few more months, and we're going to be dangerous. So
Okay. I mean, you're feeling good as well. How's the adjustment to CRL life treating you? I mean, I know you're grinding, but you got your first taste of that big CRL bracket. That had you played in a bracket that big before?
no, I mean, I've played one RLCS before,
Okay.
and that's probably the biggest thing. But I mean, it's a grind. It's a long day. I don't think I was ready for it last time. Didn't prepare myself for how long of a day that can be. But I mean, we're ready this time.
Okay. I mean, how do you prep for a bracket that long? And is the Ball State program, because you guys got an A team that's full of experience. Yags obviously has experience, but are they helping you prep for a bracket that long? Because it is exhausting. Like I'm exhausted after just watching you guys play for 5 hours or whatever it is. So how are you prepping for it?
I mean, yeah, they definitely help a lot. And BK told us the night before. I mean, the basic things to always, eat well the night before, eat well that morning. But I mean, the main thing is sleep, because you got to go out there and scrim an hour before, and then you're out there at 1, and you're going to be playing for 5 hours on end. So it's really just, and preparing mentally too. It's a long day. You lose a series, you have to be able to come back, and it's just a lot of like mental preparation too.
Yeah, it definitely is, and the amount of Rocket League you have to play in the CRL season, especially when like NACE starts up, especially for you guys, and the lands that you got to travel to, and all that. It is a grind. So hopefully you're enjoying it so far, Fish. I know you didn't want to come back on the stream because you were afraid that you were cursed playing on my broadcast.
Yeah,
but
we were a little bit scared.
Thanks for coming back on, getting a win, and I'm looking forward to watching a lot of you guys this season. So far, so good.
No, of course, I appreciate it, and I hope we can get back on soon.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, Fish.
All right, you too.
All right. Not the first time Fish has done well on this broadcast, and won't be the last either. That's a Ball State Black team you're going to be one to keep an eye on, I think, going forward. I had them on the fringe, the top 32, but if they look like that, then I see no reason why they shouldn't be top 25 after this next qualifier. But good night of show matches. Good night of show matches regardless. Am I ready for this weekend? Oh, yes, Arch. I'm absolutely ready. I will be streaming Saturday night as well. The what's it called? The Future Play $50,000 tournament. I'll be playing there. Bluey, you wanna play Ball State Black? Okay. I think we can arrange that. I might start setting up some Thursday night lights for next week, because let's see, Tuesday we got the podcast, Wednesday I got a late night work meeting, and so Thursday I think is the prime spot for show matches this semester. So I don't think any big leagues are playing on Thursdays, because Wednesdays will be NECC, and I think Tuesdays are NACE and PCL. So we'll keep some show matches rolling. Hey, sounds good, Yeti. I love that mentality. That's the kind of mentality that I want in my show match teams. You're streaming as well, Arch? Hey, well, sweet. That qualifier deserves as many teams as it can possibly muster. Like look at this. Look at this. $50,000. All of you, if you are not signed up already for this LAN, get signed up. You get a travel stipend if you qualify. Like, how many CRL tournaments actually do that? So, $50,000. Make sure you're playing in this. Like, be available somehow Saturday evening, because this is probably the biggest event in Collegiate Rocket League history since Worlds. So, if you need the link, DM me or something, or just look up Future Play Collegiate Esports Showdown and get signed up, or DM DJ TJ, or join the server. I don't know. Get signed up for it, because we want everyone involved in this tournament, like at least on the organizing and sponsoring side, to see that the CRL scene is worth hosting more events like this within. Exactly, Albita. Exactly. So yeah, travel stipends, all the fun stuff, and it's at like a music festival too, which is so dope, so dope. But all right, I think I'm gonna call it from here, everyone. I'll be back on Saturday evening for Future Play. I think it starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, so I will probably be booting up the stream right around then. Hosting a LAN arch? Sweets. Well, definitely send me the info once that's solidified, because I'll help promote it as best I can. But, all right. We're going to head off for the evening. So, you guys have a fantastic evening. Again, thanks for tuning in for my dinky little show matches. I think, actually, let me see real quick. I want to see when the 3-year anniversary of the show matches is, because it should be right around this day. I'll pull up the picture of the first show match stream. All right, official date August 25th is the 3-year anniversary. Look at this. Is that visible on stream? Yeah, that's me 3 years ago in the Auburn Esports facility, doing the first ever Friday Night Lights. Good time. So thanks to all of you for tuning in, making it an enjoyable experience every single week I do it. So let's keep it up. But much love. I'll see you all Saturday. All right. It's going to say stream starting soon, but you know what I mean. Peace out.